My uncle in New Jersey kept waking up every night around 2 a.m. He thought it was just part of turning 70, so he tried everything: sleeping pills, chamomile tea, even meditation. Nothing seemed to work. Across the ocean, my aunt in Chennai was facing the exact same problem. She would fall asleep easily, but by midnight, she was wide awake, staring into the dark, feeling helpless. Both of them believed this was their fate as they grew older. But here's what shocked us all. The real reason for their broken sleep wasn't stress or age or even their medical conditions. It was something sitting right on their kitchen counter: ordinary garlic. They were using it the wrong way, and without knowing it, they were stripping away its most powerful benefit: the ability to calm the body and guide it into deep natural sleep. Today, I'm going to show you how plain garlic, when prepared and used correctly, can become one of the simplest remedies for insomnia. These methods are gentle, practical, and rooted in both ancient wisdom and modern science. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated routines, just a small change in habit. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching this video from, and what time is it right now? Leave a comment below. I can't wait to see your answers. And if you enjoy this video, hit that subscribe button. If not, just give it a like. It really helps this channel grow. Why does sleep become harder? With age. As the years pass, many older adults begin to notice that sleep does not come as easily as it once did. Instead of drifting into long, restful nights, they may find themselves waking after just a few hours, staring into the dark and wondering why the body refuses to settle. Science gives us part of the answer. With age, the brain naturally produces less melatonin, the hormone that signals the body it is time to rest. Lower melatonin means shorter, lighter sleep, leaving mornings heavy and the mind less refreshed. In the United States, this struggle is often compounded by stress and medication. Many seniors juggle worries about finances, family, or health even after retirement. On top of that, common prescriptions such as statins for cholesterol or beta blockers for heart health can quietly interfere with normal sleep cycles. An older gentleman in Florida once described it as lying in bed, with my body tired, but my mind wide awake. It is not weakness or failure, it is the side effect of both biology and modern medicine. In India, the pattern often looks a little different, but feels just as frustrating. Evening habits like strong tea with milk or a spicy curry late at night may offer comfort, yet they can keep the digestive system active long past bedtime. Many elders share that after a late meal they fall asleep easily but wake suddenly around midnight with restlessness. These cultural routines, while familiar and cherished, can quietly disrupt the body's delicate rhythm of rest. Underlying all of this is the powerful connection between serotonin and melatonin. Serotonin, often called the feel-good messenger, is not only vital for mood, but also the raw material the body uses to make melatonin. When serotonin is low, whether from stress, diet, or age, your natural sleep cycle suffers. But here lies the hopeful news. Certain foods, including plain garlic, can support this pathway by calming the nervous system and gently encouraging serotonin balance. So if you have felt that sleep is slipping further away with each passing year, know that you are not powerless. By paying attention to small details, your evening habits, the side effects of medications, and even the way you use a simple clove of garlic, you can help your body rediscover the rest it deserves. Sleep may change with age, but with knowledge and gentle adjustments, peaceful nights are still within your reach. Garlic in the history of medicine. From Egypt to Ayurveda. When we look back across the long arc of human history, garlic stands out as one of the most trusted natural remedies. It was never just a spice for flavor, but a healing tool used by entire civilizations. In ancient Egypt, laborers building the Great Pyramids were given garlic daily, not as a luxury, but as a necessity. The belief was simple: garlic strengthened the body, protected against disease, and gave endurance for the long hours of backbreaking work. Even today, older adults in both America and India can relate to that idea that food can serve as fuel, not just for the stomach, but for the entire body's resilience. As history moved westward, we find Hippocrates, often called the father of medicine, prescribing garlic in ancient Greece. He used it for respiratory troubles, digestive discomfort, and even to support circulation. In a way, his advice mirrors the quiet concerns many seniors face today: shortness of breath when climbing stairs, slow digestion after a heavy meal, or a sense of fatigue that lingers. These were not foreign problems thousands of years ago, and garlic was already part of the solution. The wisdom of Hippocrates reminds us that natural remedies, when used wisely, can be companions on the long journey of aging. Meanwhile, in India, garlic took on a deeper spiritual and holistic role. Within the Ayurvedic tradition, it was honored as a rasayana, a rejuvenator meant to restore balance and vitality. Ayurveda describes health as the harmony of three doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, and garlic was believed to balance these subtle energies. Elders in India still recall how their parents or grandparents would crush fresh garlic into warm ghee or blend it into simple home remedies. For them, it was not only medicine but also a symbol of nurturing care passed through generations. In modern terms, this speaks to the desire many older adults feel today: the need to stay strong, to maintain independence, and to keep a sense of balance in both body and mind. Travel further east and Chinese medicine offers yet another chapter in this long story. Traditional healers use garlic to regulate qi, the body's vital energy, and to clear what they described as stagnation or blockages. When qi flowed smoothly, health was preserved. When it was blocked, illness followed. Even if we translate this into modern science, the idea still resonates. Good circulation, healthy digestion, and calm breathing are all signs of energy moving freely through the body. Garlic in this tradition was one of the gentle tools that supported this flow. When we place these stories side by side, from the dusty deserts of Egypt to the philosophy of Ayurveda and the careful practice of Chinese medicine, we see something remarkable. Cultures separated by oceans and centuries all found value in the same humble clove. And when ancient Greece also placed garlic in its medical texts, the East and West unknowingly agreed on one truth: this food was more than a flavor, it was a healer. For today's seniors, especially those in America and India, the lesson is both comforting and cautionary. Comforting because you can trust that when you reach for garlic, you are joining a tradition that spans thousands of years. Cautionary because modern habits, like cooking it too quickly in high heat or ignoring it altogether, can strip away the very benefits your ancestors once relied upon. So, the next time you chop garlic for your soup in Texas or crush it for your curry in Delhi, pause for a moment. Remember that this simple act connects you to workers who built pyramids, physicians who guided ancient Greece, healers in Ayurveda, and practitioners of Chinese medicine. It is not just seasoning. It is a thread of wisdom, reminding you that small choices in daily life can still protect your strength, restore your balance, and guide you toward peaceful sleep and better health. Modern science explains the power of garlic. In recent years, modern science has taken a closer look at garlic and confirmed much of what ancient traditions always believed. At the center of this discovery is a sulfur-rich compound that only forms when garlic is crushed, chopped, or minced. This is why the way you prepare garlic matters so much. If you throw it straight into hot oil, you may destroy the very compound your body needs most. Allicin has several remarkable effects that speak directly to the concerns of older adults. It gently calms the nervous system, which can help reduce the racing heart and anxious thoughts that often make sleep elusive. It also supports better blood flow and can lower blood pressure, slightly something many seniors in both America and India quietly struggle with every day. Perhaps most importantly for sleep, allicin encourages the production of serotonin, the chemical that lifts mood and prepares the body to create melatonin, the master hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. Researchers at Harvard and the Mayo Clinic in the United States have studied these effects in detail. They note that older adults who include garlic in their diet often report calmer nights, steadier blood pressure, and fewer episodes of restlessness. Meanwhile, studies from AIIMS Delhi and Kerala Ayurveda centers in India show similar results, highlighting garlic's role in balancing the body's rhythms and reducing nighttime disturbances. These findings from two very different corners of the world give a sense of confidence. This is not just folklore, it is science. For many seniors, the struggle with sleep feels like a private burden. You may lie awake in Ohio worrying about finances, or sit in a quiet home in Kerala feeling your mind won't stop turning. Knowing that something as simple as garlic can play a role in calming that storm offers hope. The advice is straightforward and safe. Prepare garlic correctly, allow it to rest before cooking, and use it regularly in your meals. You may not be able to control every factor that steals your sleep, but you can make small, informed choices. Garlic is not a miracle cure, yet it is a gentle ally, one that modern science now affirms as a trusted support for your health and your rest. Common mistakes when using garlic. 1. Of the biggest reasons many older adults never feel the full benefits of garlic is simply the way it is prepared. In American kitchens, it is common to toss minced garlic straight into a pan of hot oil. That familiar sizzle may smell wonderful, but it is also the sound of allicin, the key healing compound being destroyed before it ever reaches your body. The result is flavor, without the calming sleep-supporting effect that your system quietly needs. In India, the mistake often looks different but has the same outcome. Many families add garlic at the very beginning of cooking curry or dal, letting it simmer for long periods under intense heat. By the time the meal reaches the table, most of the allicin has disappeared, leaving only the taste. Generations have used this routine, not realizing that timing matters just as much as quantity. Even popular habits like roasted garlic on pizza garlic bread or baked dishes often fail to deliver the real health benefits. Once again, the heat is too high and the preparation too quick, so the body never gets the soothing compounds that can help lower anxiety, calm the heart, and prepare for deeper sleep. The important lesson is not to give up garlic, but to change how it is handled. Crush or chop it, then let it rest on the cutting board for 10 to 15 minutes before cooking. This small pause allows allicin to form, fully protecting its benefits even if you add it later in the meal. So whether you're in New York preparing pasta or in Mumbai stirring a curry, remember that the power of garlic lies not in the amount you use, but in the patience you give it before it reaches your plate. Method 1. Allicin. Activation for your evening meal. The first and most important way to unlock garlic's hidden power is through a simple but often overlooked step. When you chop, crush, or press garlic, you create the conditions for allicin, the compound that carries its greatest healing benefits. But here is the catch: allicin does not appear instantly. It needs 10 to 15 quiet minutes on the cutting board before heat or cooking. If you rush this step, you lose the very element that could calm your nerves and prepare you for a deeper night's rest. Once activated, garlic can be added to your meals in ways that preserve its benefits. In the United States, many older adults sprinkle raw garlic into a bowl of hummus, stir it gently into guacamole, or scatter it over a fresh salad. These dishes allow the allicin to remain intact, delivering its calming influence to the body. In India, elders may mix it into chutney, blend it into raita, or fold it into a light dal or evening soup just before serving. In both cultures, the idea is the same: let the garlic do its work without destroying its natural strength. The results can feel surprisingly powerful. One woman in Chicago shared that adding activated garlic to her pasta dinner helped her fall asleep more quickly after years of tossing and turning. A gentleman in Bangalore said that stirring it into his evening soup left him feeling calmer with fewer midnight awakenings. Their stories remind us that small adjustments in the kitchen can ripple quietly into the night. So when you prepare your evening meal, remember that patience is part of the recipe. Give garlic those precious minutes to breathe before you cook, and you may discover that the path to restful sleep begins not in the bedroom but on your cutting board. Method 2. Placing garlic under the pillow. Long before modern medicine offered sleeping pills, many cultures quietly trusted garlic as a nighttime companion. In rural parts of Europe, the Middle East, and even traditional villages across India, elders would slip a clove of garlic beneath the pillow before sleep. To an outsider, it may sound like an old superstition, but the practice has roots in both folklore and science. When fresh garlic rests close to your head, its mild sulfur compounds slowly evaporate into the air. These gentle vapors act almost like natural aromatherapy, creating a subtle calming effect on the nervous system. Many older adults who struggle with shallow breathing or nighttime anxiety find the aroma soothing, as if the body finally receives permission to relax. For some, it even helps to reduce snoring and clear the nasal passages, allowing air to flow more freely through the night. The method is simple, but small details matter. Always choose a fresh clove. Peel away the dry skin and tuck it inside your pillowcase. Do not use garlic that has sprouted or turned soft, since it can release a sharp, unpleasant odor. And remember to replace it each evening so the aroma remains mild and therapeutic rather than overpowering. Think of it as preparing a tiny natural sleep aid, fresh each night, gentle but consistent. Stories from real people bring this old practice to life. An older couple in Ohio once shared that after weeks of broken sleep, they decided to try the pillow method out of curiosity. To their surprise, They both slept more soundly and woke with clearer heads. In Kerala, a widowed grandmother said that keeping garlic under her pillow reminded her of her mother's wisdom, and she now feels calmer, drifting into sleep. These are not dramatic miracles, but quiet changes that matter deeply to those who live them. For seniors in both America and India, the message is simple. You may feel that insomnia is beyond your control, but even a humble clove of garlic can offer comfort. Try it gently, with patience and consistency. You may discover that rest does not always come from a prescription bottle, but sometimes from a tradition that has quietly stood the test of time. Method 3. Garlic milk with honey. Among the many natural remedies that have been passed down through generations, garlic milk with honey stands out as both comforting and effective. The recipe is simple and can be prepared in any kitchen without special tools or ingredients. Crush 5 fresh cloves of garlic, add them to 1 cup of milk, about 250 milliliters, and let the mixture simmer gently on low heat for 10 to 15 minutes. Once it cools slightly, stir in a teaspoon of raw honey, then drink it about 30 minutes before bedtime. Each ingredient contributes something important to your rest. Milk contains tryptophan, an amino acid that the body uses to make serotonin, which in turn helps create melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. Honey does more than sweeten, it stabilizes blood sugar, preventing those early morning wake ups when glucose levels suddenly dip. And garlic itself works quietly in the background, calming the nervous system, reducing low grade inflammation, and helping the body release tension that often lingers into the night. Cultural traditions have added their own touches. In India, many families stir turmeric or cardamom into this mixture, creating a golden milk that is both soothing and aromatic. In the United States, some older adults add a pinch of cinnamon, which softens the flavor and brings a sense of warmth familiar to apple pie or holiday baking. These small variations make the drink not only healthier but also more inviting to the senses. Real stories highlight how effective this simple practice can be. A grandmother in Texas who had struggled with restless nights for years shared that after 1 week of garlic milk, she finally slept through until sunrise. Across the ocean in Pune, an older gentleman added this drink to his nightly routine and noticed his late night awakenings nearly disappeared. For both, the change was not dramatic overnight, but steady and reassuring. Like a friend guiding them back to the rest they had almost given up on. For seniors in both America and India, this remedy offers more than sleep. It offers a gentle reminder that health does not always come from a prescription bottle. Sometimes it comes from honoring simple, time-tested practices. With patience and consistency, even a humble cup of garlic milk with honey can help you reclaim your nights and greet the morning with renewed strength. Method 4. Black garlic. Black garlic may look unusual at first glance, but its story begins with the same white bulbs we all keep in our kitchens. Through a careful process of gentle fermentation, garlic is slowly aged for 80 to 90 days at low heat and high humidity. During this time, the cloves transform into something entirely different, soft, dark, and almost jelly-like in texture. The sharp bite of raw garlic fades away, replaced by sweet, tangy flavor, often compared to balsamic vinegar or dried fruit. For older adults who find raw garlic too strong, black garlic offers a gentler and more pleasant option. Beyond its taste, black garlic carries remarkable health benefits. It is especially rich in antioxidants compounds that protect the body from oxidative stress, the same stress that accelerates aging and contributes to fatigue. Studies suggest that black garlic can increase serotonin levels, which helps the body create melatonin, the hormone needed for deep and restorative sleep. Many seniors who add black garlic to their diet report not only sleeping longer but also waking with clearer minds and lighter bodies. Using black garlic is simple and flexible. Experts recommend 2 to 4 cloves each day, ideally divided between morning and evening. In the United States, many people enjoy spreading the soft cloves on warm toast, much like a savory jam, or adding them to a salad for a burst of umami flavor. In India, elders often stir chopped black garlic into khichdi or blend it into a light evening soup, allowing the taste to blend gently into familiar dishes. These small adjustments make it easy to fit into daily routines without feeling like a chore. Real stories bring the science to life. A retired teacher in California said that after a month of eating 2 cloves of black garlic daily, she was finally able to sleep through the night without waking multiple times. In Pune, an older gentleman shared that his mornings felt less heavy and he no longer struggled with the foggy mind that had followed him for years. Their experiences remind us that sometimes the path to better health lies not in radical changes but in steady, nourishing habits. For seniors in both America and India, black garlic offers hope. It shows that aging does not mean surrendering to poor sleep or constant fatigue. With patience and consistency, even a small addition like this can restore balance, protect the body, and return the gift of peaceful rest. For many older adults, broken sleep feels like an unavoidable burden, something tied to age that cannot be changed. But science history and the voices of countless elders tell us otherwise. Poor sleep is not your destiny, and the quiet truth is that even small changes in daily habits can help the body return to balance. Aging may bring new challenges, but it does not mean you have lost the ability to rest deeply and wake refreshed. Garlic, often overlooked as nothing more than a seasoning, has shown itself to be a gentle ally in this struggle. From the workers of ancient Egypt to modern research at Harvard and IIM's Delhi, the message remains consistent. Garlic is more than flavor, it is medicine in its simplest form. Whether you choose to activate allicin in your evening meal, place a clove beneath your pillow, prepare garlic milk with honey, or add black garlic to your diet, each method offers a chance for calmer nights and lighter mornings. The most important step is to begin. Choose one approach that feels manageable for you and commit to trying it for at least 1 week. Notice how your body responds and give yourself permission to hope again for steady, unbroken rest. You may discover that the solution you long searched for was sitting quietly in your kitchen all along. I would love to hear about your journey. Share your experience in the comments, and if you feel encouraged, type the word hope. Your voice may inspire another senior sitting awake at 2 a.m. to believe that peaceful sleep is possible again. And if this message has touched you, consider subscribing to this channel so you never miss another simple, life-changing tip. Even a like helps spread these lessons to those who need them most. So tonight, as you prepare for rest, remember that you still have the power to guide your health with small intentional choices. Garlic may be humble, but in its quiet strength, it offers a gift older bodies often crave: calm, balance, and healing sleep. May your nights be peaceful and your mornings full of energy.